Hello, crochet crafters. I made this really cute card for my daughter that is expecting a baby, butterfly kisses and baby wishes. And I'm going to show you how to do the butterfly today. The flowers will be for another day. I'm also using the Elmer's glitter glue. I'm really into the glitter glue now, and the thing that I like about it is I can use it to embellish the background, but also to stick the craft, fabric appliques on. And if I make a mistake with the glue or I have too much glue, I can work it around, where sometimes if I just have a plain glue, I have to be really careful where I'm putting my appliques. So let's get started. If you're going to make a card, you need a really small crochet hook. I'm using a size 2. If you're not making a card and you want an applique that's larger, you can feel free to use a larger hook. I'm also using a thinner baby weight yarn, which is got 2 worsted pieces versus 4 ply. So anyways, I want to go ahead and get started with this. And I want you to go ahead and chain 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we're going to be working double crochets into that first chain. And we're going to be doing 3 sets of double crochets, a chain 1, and then 3 sets of double crochets. And we're going to be doing that 5 times. Now, I'm going to go ahead. It's really hard because even if you use a stitch marker, you've still got to go back if you lose your count into the chains. So this counts as a double crochet, the first set of chains. So I'm going to show you, this is my first set of double crochets. I'm going to assume that you know how to do this. So that counts, that chain counts as my first set. So that's my first set, and I'm going to chain 1. And the way that I do it so that I don't have to keep going back if I lose my count is I do a double crochet that's considered 2 of 1. A double crochet, which is 2 of 2 count. A double crochet, which is a 2 of 3 count. So that tells me I have 3 and I'm on my second round of double crochets. Then I chain 1. Now I do a 3 and 1 double crochet. 3 and 2 double crochet. A 3, a 3 and 3 double crochet. Don't worry about your tail. If you can work it in, fine. If you can't, we can work it in with a craft needle after. So that's my third set, and then I'm going to go ahead and chain 1. So now I'm doing 4 of 1 in the double crochets, 4 of 2 in the double crochets, 4 of 3 in the double crochets, and that's my third set. So now I want to chain 1, and I'm going to do 5 of 1 in the double crochets, 5 of 2 in the double crochets, and I'm going to go ahead and work my tail back in, but don't worry if you can't. Five of 3 in the double crochets. So that just kind of works my tail in there. And then that first chain that you did, you want to go ahead and go up to that first chain, the third one up, and then you want to slip stitch. So it should look something like this. Now, if it looks a little lopsided, it's because you've got 6 chains up here and you've got 3 and 3. But trust me, because you're making a butterfly, this is going to be fine. So there's a chain 1. So you're in the middle of 3 and 3, and what you're going to do to get over to that chain 1 is you're going to go ahead and just slip stitch on behind the first set of double crochet. So you're slip stitching, and then you're slip stitching, and then you're slip stitching. So that's how you work your way over to that. You should be in that first chain 1 that you created. And when you get to that first chain 1 that you created, you're going to go ahead and do a double crochet. And this is going to be one of the upper wings of your butterfly. And then you're going to go ahead and do a treble crochet, and you're going to do 3 trebles. So that's my first one. Oops, I forgot to wrap twice. You've got to wrap twice for treble, so you've got that. 2, 3. Sometimes it's a little challenging working with a size 2 hook. So you can see that wing is starting to kind of take shape. Then you're going to do 1, 2, 3 chains, 3 chains, and working backwards, coming back into that last treble stitch that you worked, you're going to pull through both that and that like a slip stitch. And we're going to be doing that again, so if you didn't quite get that, we're going to keep working all the way around. So you're going to do another treble crochet, and you're going to make, this is one wing, you're going to make it all the same. So you have to do 3 of these, and then you're going to do a double crochet. Whoops, went through as a double. Again, sometimes a little challenging. And my hands might have some glitter glue on them, so I apologize. Now I'm going to do match the other side of the wing, so I'm going to do a double. I'm trying to hold my yarn tight. So your wing should look something like that. Now, when you get there, you're going to skip 3, so you're counting your 3, and there should be a chain 1 right here. It might be hard to tell because what's happened is everything's coming together. But make sure you slip stitch now through the first set of double crochets, and you want to slip stitch through the next, and again you want to get to that 3rd spot where you have your chain 1, and that's going to be one of the bottom wings. And the bottom wings aren't going to be quite as big, so you're going to go ahead and just do a half double crochet, and we're going to do another half double crochet. And then we're going to do 1 double crochet, another double crochet, and then we're going to do chain 2 because the little point at the bottom isn't going to be quite as big. And working in that last double crochet you did, you're going to take and pull it through, and it should look something. Then on the other side, you're going to do a double crochet, a double crochet, and 2 half double crochets, and that gives you your cute little bottom wing. So you've got your top wing and you've got your bottom wing. So I worked my tail back in, so it's getting a little pesty on me right now, so I'm going to get rid of it because I worked it into my project and I'm tired of looking at it. So I'm going to go ahead and slip stitch over. So make sure you count 3 again, and you have that chain 1 that you did right there. So you have to slip stitch over so that it looks even. So I'm slip stitching, and the reason for slip stitching is just going over the other stitch that you did to get to where you need to be in order to do the next wing. So you're going to mimic the wing that you did on the bottom here. So you're going to do a half double crochet, another half double crochet, a double crochet, a second double crochet, a chain 2, and then with that chain 2 you're going to go back into that last double crochet and pull it through like a slip stitch, and that gives you your little point. And then you're going to make sure it's even on the other side, so you're going to do 2 double crochets, 2 double crochets, a half double crochet, and another half double crochet. So the bottom of your butterfly should be looking something like that. If it's not, you may want to rewind and start again, and we'll go through it. But to finish up now you're going to see why you want to have 6 double crochets at the top and only 3 on the sides because it's a butterfly and the top wings kind of have to expand farther out. So that's why you've added 6 at the top and only 3 on the sides. And if you wanted to do it a larger one, you could do maybe 9 on the top and 6 on the sides, you know, if you wanted to make it bigger. So what am I doing? I'm going to go ahead and slip stitch over to where count my 3 and make sure I've got 6 at the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is going to be the other wing. And what we have to do is we have to do a double crochet because this is the larger wing now. And we're going to do a treble or a triple, however you want to call that. So it's wrapping it around twice. And you're doing 3 of those. And then once you have your 3, you want to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Now this is your last opportunity to figure out how to do that little bump. So what you do is you just take it and work it in that last treble crochet stitch right there, and then you pull it through both like a slip stitch, and that gives you that little cute little bump. Now you have to even it out, so you're doing a treble because you have to make sure you have the same amount on the other side, and then you're doing another treble and a third treble, and then 1/2 double crochet. I'm sorry, a double crochet. At least in the US, that's the way it's called. Now, that is a yarn that's got kind of a different colors worked in. You can do a single color yarn, whatever works best for you. But what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to slip stitch at the top. And if you want, you can just slip stitch, make sure that you're in the middle. And then if you're going to use this as a little, you know, if you're going to make something else with it, or you want to use it as an ornament, you could continue to like chain and then come around and make like a little hook if you want to make an ornament for Christmas or something. But otherwise, you just cut off here like so. And really, if you want to make antennas on the top, the antennas are just a single crochet. On this antenna right here, I kind of used a thicker yarn so that I didn't have to go and do that twice. And this one is a little bit bigger. I used a thinner size 1 hook on this one, and this is a 2. So I hope you enjoyed that tutorial, and please feel free to check me out on Etsy at Lori's Handiwork, or like my YouTube channel, Lori's Handiwork. Thank you.